Today we're going to have another activity where we write something together, and here is the start. So read the start, come in, read the start and think about what comes next. Who's going to come and read it for me? Hello, Bilal.
Hi, Teacher Liam.
Hi, welcome back. So, were you in the last lesson where we were chain writing? We were writing all together. Maybe you weren't there. I can't remember you being there. So, I'm going to look at this. Can you read it for me? Can you see in the screen? Can you read that?
Okay. The detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said,
yeah, the word S-A-W, we were spelling just now. S-A-W, how do you pronounce S-A-W?
Saw.
Sow, that's not ow. The ow is like how. How now, that's owl, like owl. But I think it's not that sound. It's like more like a horse, actually. More like horse. Can you say horse?
Saw.
Saw, yes, saw. I saw. So the detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said, so notice grabbed is grabbed, not grab it. So the detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said, can you read it once more?
The detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said,
arm, arm. Get the R, like R, arm. Okay.
Arm.
Now, do you have any idea about what we can write next? Because I want you to write some lines, maybe the next sentence, and post your sentence in the Verbling chat. Everybody can do it. And we're going to add this to the page about chain writing which I'm building. We've already had one session, so this will be the second session on this one. And here is the link that shows the first session and the story we produced last time. So I'm looking in the text chat. Colleagues, I have a big problem. I can't join the class. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I don't know what is the problem. I don't know what the problem is. So, see you soon, I hope, Dina. Hope you can solve it soon. Sorry to hear that. I want everybody who's in the room here to be on the mic as well. So let's have a mic test for some people, please. Bilal, I know you're here. You're on the mic. You're thinking about the next words. That's good.
okay.
And Dina, are you back again? Are you here on the mic?
Yes.
Good.
Are you
Okay,
hearing? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Good.
Okay, thanks.
How do you farm? Are you there? Hello? I'd like everybody to say hello just to show they're on the mic, please. So, Ibrahim, are you here?
Hello, I am here.
Good, good. Monir, are you here? Monir, are you here?
Yeah, I am here.
Good, good. Dufam, I still haven't heard from you. Are you here? Nambao, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Good, good. I saw you in the chat. You were the first one. Samar, are you here?
Yes, I am.
And Tamen, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you're a bit quiet, but you're here. Good. So, Dufam, you're not here. Dufam, are you, last chance, are you here or not? All right, so you're not here. So I would like everybody to look at the story there. So Dina, can you read the first lines again? Can you see them on the screen? Dina, can you see the words on the screen? Dina, I've lost you again. Okay, I think you're having a few problems there, Dina. I don't know what it is either. So, Ibrahim, can you see the words on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Would you just read them aloud again for everybody?
Sure. The detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said.
And said, yes, said. So I want everybody to think of another line to add to our text, to our essay, our little story. So can anybody give me the next line? And you can text it in the Verbling chat. What do you think is going to happen next? You can speak about it too. Tell me what you think should happen. Okay, Bilal, you've got something there. Let's have a look. Let's see if it makes sense. Can you read it for me, Bilal?
Okay. I found your footprint in the weapon used in the crime, Mrs.
I found your footprint.
Your, not mine.
Yeah, I found your footprint in the weapon, spelling?
In the weapon used in the crime, Mrs.
Okay, so Mrs. would be a capital M. Now, I found your footprint in the weapon. Now, what do you think there, everybody? Is that a good sentence? I found your footprint in the weapon. I can find a bullet in the weapon, maybe, or I can find something in the weapon, but can we find a footprint in a weapon? What do you think? Bilal, what do you think about that? I'm not so sure.
Yes, I think that we can found.
Well, we can say footprints in the snow, but here I don't like in as much as footprints in the snow. So if I say footprints in the snow, that sounds okay. That sounds good. So I'm going to say yes, that's nice. But here, if something is marking something, like a footprint, and it's the weapon, I don't know what kind of weapon it is, but it's not in the weapon, it's in the snow, because the snow can dip and be depressed, and you can be more in the snow. But if you find fingerprints or footprints, maybe footprints in the snow, but if it's something which is not snow, change in. What other preposition would be good?
On the snow.
Yeah, but, well, in is good for the snow, but on the weapon. I'm going to change that to on the weapon. I found your footprint on the weapon used in the crime. Okay, that's good now. So now I'm looking for the next sentence. So I would like you to just post some sentences. Okay, Dina, sorry to hear that, and see you soon. I hope you can get a better connection soon. I see we've got a few problems with connection at the moment. We're down to 4 now. So, Samar, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Ah, yes, good. Do you have any ideas for me about the next sentence?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, think about it for a minute then. And people who are not in class can also join in. You can type your ideas, your thoughts in the Verbling chat. That would be good. So now I will read it because everyone's thinking. The detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress's arm and said, I found your footprint on the weapon used in the crime, Mrs. Mrs. Hey, Mrs. I wonder if a policeman would say that to somebody, because policemen have to address people in certain ways, don't they? So they might not say just Mrs., because if you say Mr. but don't say Mr. Jones, but say Mr., it's not quite the same formality level, is it, Bilal?
What?
If you call somebody Mr., it's a bit less formal, even slightly less polite than saying Mr. Smith or Sir. If I speak to somebody who's a police captain or a member of the public, a man in the street, and I say, excuse me, Mr. Jones, that's quite formal. But if I say, excuse me, Mr., it's a little bit not the same at all. So just calling somebody Mr. is quite informal. It can even be impolite sometimes. So I'm not sure about calling somebody Mrs. if you are a policeman, but let's keep it for now. Ah, okay, we've got something here. Hope it's not bad. Let's have a look at it. Right, let's have some capital letters. If we are going to use oh my God, you know, sometimes in writing we try to avoid God. So let's try and avoid God, because it can cause offence sometimes. People could even some people will take it as blasphemous. So we don't want to use certain things in our text, and God is one of them. So let's exclaim something another way. What do you think a policeman might say, or a person in the street, instead of oh my God? So let's change that, shall we, Bilal? What other words could be used? Can you hear me?
Yes.
So think of another interjection or exclamation to replace oh my God, because I'm going to make this text completely clean of religious content. So take away oh my God. What other words are similar to that?
I'm thinking, and I will tell you. I'm thinking.
Yeah. My mother sometimes says, oh my goodness, she says. I don't know why she says goodness, but there are lots of people saying different words. There's so many of them. Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
Hello, where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Yes. Now, do you know what we're doing here?
No, but I'll get a hand of it later.
Right at this moment, we're trying to replace oh my God with something similar, which is not religious. Mm-hmm. So some kind of exclamations like this which don't involve God. Do you know any like that?
Not really.
So does anybody know any? You know, you see it even abbreviated quite all over the place, but I sometimes think it might be useful having others, one or two others, because sometimes we want to keep God out of it. So let's find another. You can even say, I don't believe it, or something like that. There's lots of ways you can express yourself here. Even oh my. Some people, I think more often, more in the States, in parts of America, that some people say oh my, just oh my, without anything. I'm not sure where, but there are different areas. They say, pardon?
Unbelievable.
Yes, and some people say I don't believe it, or there's lots of things people could say. So let's say that can't be. That can't be. We could say that. Let's change it to that. I don't believe it. That can't be true. Okay. Now, I don't touch this arm, Sir Detective. That sentence looks to be grammatically slightly incorrect, so I'm going to move it out here. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch this arm, Sir Detective. Do people say Sir Detective? It seems a little strange. Maybe the other way round, it looks a bit better. Detective, sir. That Sir Detective, because the other way round is better, because if we say Sir followed by Detective, it's the same as Sir Galahad, Sir, and then a person's name. So if we have something after Sir, it might be their name. Sir, Sir Galahad, Sir MacDonald. So a name comes after Sir. So here I said, I didn't touch this arm, Detective, sir. That's a bit better, I think. I didn't touch it.
Can we replace it with Mr. Detective?
No, Mr. Detective is not really good either, because and Mr. on its own, I think it's best to keep Mr. only for formal Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith. I didn't. Sir is the way to say just one word to a senior person or a person in authority. You could say in the army or in the police, you'd say, I didn't do that, Captain, or I didn't do that, sir. Sir is a good address for a teacher, a captain, sergeant, something like this. But if you say Mr., then you need to say Mr. Jones or Mr. Smith. But if you say Mr. without anything, it doesn't really sound quite so respectful. It's a little less respectful to say, I didn't do that, Mr. But I didn't do that, sir, is showing respect. But I didn't do that, Mr. And also, another big mistake with Mr. I get this often. Two big mistakes. Here's one. Mr. Leon. Do you know the mistake?
Yes, touched. We have to replace with touch. I didn't touch this arm.
Yes, there is a mistake there still, isn't there? That's right. I didn't touch, because after an auxiliary verb, the main verb takes the present simple tense. I didn't touch this arm, Detective, sir. I didn't touch this arm. But
you mean auxiliary verb plus infinitive?
Yes, the infinitive without to. So I didn't touch this arm. But what is arm? Is the arm the weapon?
No.
Yes, the weapon.
Is the arm a word for a weapon? Because we don't use it in singular form. Because for weapons, in plural, arms, but not in singular form. So if it is a weapon, it shouldn't be arm. So what is arm doing there, Bilal? Did you mean a weapon?
We can replace it with pistol.
Yeah, all right. Replace it with pistol. Good word. Because arm is not a singular word. The word arms is an uncountable plural noun. Sorry, it's a plural noun. So we'll say the arms. Plural noun. All right. So I didn't touch this pistol, Detective, sir. But in the chat I wrote Mr. Leon. Do you know what is wrong with people saying Mr. Leon?
Yes, we have to say surname after Mr. or name and surname.
We have to say the family name or the not your given name or Christian name or your first name. So it's not good to say Mr. Leon. You have to say my family name.
Mr. Woldraj.
Yes, that's correct. Another mistake, which I'm just going to mention now, is a very common mistake is with dear. Dear is used in letters. You can say in a formal letter, you can say, "Dear Mr. Wooldridge." And in an informal letter, you can still use "dear," "Dear Mum." But you don't use "dear" in common addresses to people. So the only people in your life who you should call "dear" are your very close family and partners. So "yes, dear" is common for a man speaking to his wife, but you don't in English use "dear" for friends or new people you've just met. So "dear" is only used in letters and to very close people. Can anybody help me with the next part of the text then? Are we thinking? What's going to happen next? Will there be an arrest? Will there be an arrest? Maybe there will. Samar, are you here, please? Are you thinking, Samar? Aladdin? And can you speak? Have you got your microphone with you, Samar? You still got it there? Okay.
The story is hard a little bit.
Okay, well, I'll leave you thinking for a moment then. Here I've got something from Bilal. Can you read it aloud, please, Bilal?
Well, madam, how do you explain that?
How do you explain that? Yes. Now, we've got direct speech. So there's a problem because I wanted to write some narrative, something like to tell that the detective was pointing at the gun or pointing at the pistol and showing her the mark. So how do we do this, Bilal? We need to clearly show the direct speech. So how can we?
Sir Leon, the sentence is not good, is not correct.
If you're asking me, you should say, is the sentence correct? The sentence looks fine, but we have a problem. Look, I found your footprint on the snow used in the crime. I put that into quotation marks because we need to separate the direct speech. So here again, I don't believe it. That can't be true. I didn't touch this pistol, Sir Detective. All of this is direct speech. Now, I would like to put some narrative around it. So, usually we say, said the detective, or something like this. And I want to say that he was pointing at the pistol when he said it. So how can I do this? So here, said the detective, there. All right, so we better be careful about direct speech and put it in quotation marks. So that's good. Where are we now? Hello, Takyadin. So everybody who's watching or listening from the outside, if there's anybody outside the room listening, they can also add to the story. We're writing a story here. So could you please help me? Next, what do we want? Some more words, I think. Ibrahim, if you have time, could you just read it all through to see where we are now? Ibrahim, would you read it all?
All the story?
Yeah, read it all through while people are thinking about what to write next.
Okay. The detective saw his opportunity. He grabbed the waitress army and said,
The waitresses, can you say the waitresses? The waitresses.
The waitresses arm.
Yeah.
And said, I found your footprint on the weapon.
Yeah, that word weapon is weapon. Let's look at that word. It's So egg clock, weapon. Actually not clock. It's not clock, it's weapon. 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 Can you say weapon?
Weapon.
Yeah, so read on from there then, weapon. I found your footprints on the weapon.
I found your footprint on the weapon used in the crime, Mrs. I don't believe it. That can't be true. I don't touch this pistol.
Pistol. Pistol.
Pistol.
Good.
Pistol. Well, madam, how do you explain that? Said the detective while pointing at the marked pistol.
Okay, 2 words I want you to read again on that last bit. These two, can you actually, I'll make a little sentence. Can you see the Verbling chat? Can you read those 4 words in the Verbling chat?
Explain the marked pistol.
Well, it's not marked, it's marked. The marked pistol. And explain is like train. So plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Explain the marked pistol. Can you say that?
Explain the marked pistol.
Yeah, that was perfect that time. So we have some lessons and practice sometimes with these ed endings, and after a k sound, it becomes t, kt, like marked pistol, touched, touched. That's interesting. Touched, touched. So touched is not right. It's touched. I have not touched it. I didn't touch it. So, okay, now I'm looking for some more words. Samar, are they your extra words there?
Yes.
Good, let's have a look then. Thank you. We're moving along quite slowly, but we're going to get there. Oh, this I remembered now. I touched before I lost it. Okay, nice and a good idea. Let's start with a capital letter. Oh, this I remembered now. Now, let's have a look at this word, remembered. Do we use remembered in the past?
Yeah.
If we remember something from the past, we just say, I remember. So I think I'll take away the past and say, I remember now. I touched before. If we use the remember to speak about something in the past, well, there's 2 ways to use the verb remember. There's 2. We've got remember plus to plus infinitive, and we've got remember plus gerund. Here's 2 examples. Remember to go to the shops, and remember going to the shops. Now, Samar, do you know the difference between remember to go to the shops and remember going to the shops?
Maybe remember to go to the shop when you remind someone.
That's right. So you're reminding somebody, you're speaking about the future, really. You're reminding them and saying, don't forget, when you go to the shops, buy some bread. Remember to go to the shops and buy some bread. And remember going to the shops, what does that mean?
I'm not actually sure.
Here, we are remembering something from the past. So, hey, do you remember going to France with the school trip last year? Do you remember going? Oh, yes, I remember. So remember going is the past. So now look at your sentence. I remember now, I touched before I lost it. I remember now, or I remember touching it before I lost it. But I remember now, I touched it before I lost it. That's good. Who's making all that noise? Bilal, just mute you until this conversation stops. So somebody came in and started chatting to you. So I remember now, I touched before I lost it. I touched it before I lost it. I touched it before I lost it. Okay. It works because of the I touched it. I remember now, I touched it before I lost it. It's okay. It's clear. It's good. So now what's going to happen next? So did you say there is one steal from you? Sammy, I think we need to have a look at that one. So did you say there is one steal from you? I don't quite understand. Can you explain it to me, Samar?
There is a person steals a gun from her.
There is one. So look at these words. There is one. So this is a statement. Now in a question, not there is one, but in the questions like this, we would use anybody, anyone, anything. So did you say somebody stole it from you? Did you say that somebody stole it? Because did you say that somebody now this has to be stole because we've got a did, haven't we? Because we've got the did here, did there, and did you say that somebody yes, I see. Actually it's not steal here, because did you say that somebody stole it from you? Here it's not steal, is it? It's the past, even with did. So we have did in the past and we have stole in the past. How does it work? Why do we have that? Because did you say that somebody stole it from you? This is actually a kind of reported speech. So the question could be, did someone steal it? But did you say that somebody stole it from you? So now this is not direct speech, and that's why we've got stole here.
I got it.
Yeah. All right, that's good. So now I'm looking at the chat again. Where are you right now, Samara? Are you? Which country are you in?
I'm from Egypt.
And do you live anywhere near the pyramids?
No.
How far are they from you?
It's not far because the pyramids in Giza. I live in Alexandria. It's not far.
So do you ever go there, or I suppose you don't go there that often? Do you go there sometimes?
No, it's you need if I have a vacation or something, I can go there, but it's not very near to go anywhere anytime.
But are you allowed to go there whenever you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of people don't go to tourist areas where they live.
Yeah, it's true because as you know, it's our how can I say that?
Sir Leon?
I-
Sir Leon?
Yeah, I'm looking at your text as well, but I'm also talking to Samar about Egypt, but that's fine. We'll do it all together. So as we're writing, we can talk. That's good. What's your question, Ibrahim?
I want to say to you, excuse me for the noise, because I was talking with my brother, and I want to say you about the paragraph from.
Can I just say one thing to you first? I want to say you about something. Can you just fix that sentence for me? I want to say you about something. There's a problem with that. Can you tell me that another way? What did I just say? Can you tell me about that?
I want to say you something.
I want to say something to you is good. I want to say something to you, but if you know what you're going to say, then you just want to tell me it. I want to tell you that. I want to tell you something. So you can use tell there, not say. I want to tell you about something.
I want to tell you about something, Sir Leon. The paragraph from the sentence of oh this. I remember now. I touched it before. I lost it. I think I have a sentence better than this can be good in this story.
Okay, what would your alternative be?
Read it. I sent it through the chat.
Send it again. Oh yes, let's have a look at it then. Let me have a look on the screen. If I cut it and paste it into the document here and see how they compare. So let me just say the commas go immediately after the words. Look what I'm doing here. I'm knocking out that space there because commas go immediately after a word. So I'm doing that all the way through. There's another one. Now there's a problem here because we should put a capital I here. So when I'm going to the market there and a comma immediately after the word, there is a young man. Now I want to speak about the present simple here. But first of all, let's put the capital I's in and the commas always with no space before them. Right, so let's have a look now. Can you read it for me, please, then?
Please, there is a sentence. I missed a sentence. Then from coming out of the crime scene, he told me, "Is that your pistol?" Then I got the pistol to see it, but it is not my pistol. So I told him, "This is not my pistol."
So
I got the pistol from him. I took the pistol from him. Touched it.
Touched it. Say touched. That's a hard one, isn't it? Touched. Not touched, but touched.
Touched it.
Touched it. Touched it. Hard. I think the way to do this is not to say ch, because we can't say ch-t. So touched it. Touched it. So when you start saying the ch at touch, don't finish ch, but just think about t. Touched it. Touched it.
In order to see if this is mine, but finally I found that is not my pistol. In order, after was mine. Please, sir, Leon. After it was mine, in order to see.
Hold on. Let me. Okay, I think paste it all to me again. But can you paste it with? Can you make sure that your commas follow immediately after your words and your capital I's are in place? It looks good, actually. I think you're right. But I see one problem I want to talk about. But it's going to be. Paste it to me again in the Verbaline chat.
Okay.
Welcome, Arthur. We're just fixing up some text here, writing a story together. I apologise for my noise too, because I have a builder in the next room. And there was nothing I could do about it today, just at short notice. So I hope you aren't disturbed too much. So I'm waiting for your text. Why I found a dum-dum in your garden. What's that dum-dum, Samar? By the way, if that's a question, why I found, it should be why did I find? Why did I find? But if it's a question. Bilal, I can't... Oh, I'll leave you to fix that then, Bilal.
Yes, I'm writing just...
okay, I'll give you a moment to fix that then. So I'll talk to Artur while you're there. Artur, where are you from?
I'm from Armenia.
Armenia. Ah, yes, I know. I played chess a little bit, and I know one of the great world champions from a long time ago was from Armenia, Tigran Petrosian. Have you? I don't think you haven't heard of him, have you?
Yeah, there's a lot of famous Armenians. Kim Kardashian.
I don't know him. What did he do?
Really, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know too many. I think I would have a problem. Maybe I know some, but maybe I don't know that they are actually Armenians.
Yeah, if the last name, end of the last name is Y-A-N or I-A-N, it means he's Armenian or she's Armenian.
So Akopian, is he Armenian?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Y-A-N and I-A-N, it's Armenian's last name. Name, end of the three letters.
I've been in Hungary for a long time, and they in England and in Hungary they play chess quite a lot. Actually, I think Hungary is a small country with a small population, and their national team is not as strong as England. But I think if we had the same population, they would be a very strong team. So they are able to compete against the top teams in Western Europe and the USA and Russia and China even. They can compete with only a 10 million population. So I would say they're very good at chess in Hungary. What do people like doing in Armenia?
What people doing? Just enjoying their lives.
Getting on with trying to earn a living.
You know, in Armenia now it's hard times, and you know, now I left Armenia, and I don't live in Armenia.
It's hard everywhere.
Yeah, you know, in Armenia 2 million people just for Armenia, but in outside there are 12 million Armenians, more than in our country.
Wow, well that's a little bit like England, because there are maybe 50 or 60 million English people in England, or British people, including the Welsh and the Scottish. But if you go all around the world, there are people who belong to other countries who their families originated from British Isles. So all over North America, McDonald's. He's a Scotch.
You are from England, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I'm from England, and I'm back in my own country, but I've been away. I've lived in Asia, Europe, Hungary for a while now, and now I'm back in England. quite close to where I was born, so I'm doing a full circle.
Yeah. Just I feel your accent, that's why I asked you.
Yeah, my accent is quite good for English because the area where I live, Canterbury, is quite...
But I heard in England there are lots of people who speak American accent because the movies, TV
Where you
shows...
live? You mean in Armenia? Sorry, where do a lot of people speak with American accents?
In England.
In England?
Yeah, because they
well,
watch
there are in England there aren't so many people who speak with an American accent. There are some Americans. We have quite a few Americans. I quite regularly meet Americans, and when I was in the forces, in the military, there were quite a lot of Americans with us, and Canadians as well. But I don't think there are so many Americans in Britain.
You serve army in England.
They, these days, well, there is an army, yes, but you don't. There is no national service in England now. I don't know what the situation is in Armenia, but we don't have to join the military here.
Yeah, in Armenia, every man from 18 must serve in army. You can. Leave it. You can make it. And I served 2 years in army.
Yeah. And did you have to go anywhere?
No, I never went there.
The problem with the British Army, well, I say the problem, but it can be a problem, is that Britain is nearly always in a war. We are probably the worst country for being in a war in the world. I think.
Yeah, but in England now it's calm, no?
No, we're fighting at the moment in 1 or 2 places.
Yeah.
Afghanistan, for example.
Now you have a war in England?
Yeah. So soldiers are being killed all the time, and actually, I would say, if you look on the internet, you will see that England is not good at keeping out of trouble. We are always, and for hundreds of years, been constantly in a war somewhere.
Sir Leon?
Hello, yes?
It is okay now.
Okay, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at it. So, have you put all the commas in the right place?
Yes, I typed it from so I took the pistol from him, touched it to see if it was mine, in order to make sure that this was my weapon, which I have purchased with a license to use it as a means to defend myself. However,
right, hold on then. I'll just put the. I'll get rid of the space there. You've still got the spaces before the commas. Every comma should come immediately after a word. So, which I have purchased with a license to use it as a means to defend myself. However, here it's better. Okay. So now, let's look at it. Can you read it again? Read it again from there, please.
Please, after apartment, but I discovered that the sentence that you correct it, you can make it after apartment. That but I discovered that, etc.
Where's the but? Further down.
You deleted the sentence, but I discovered that, etc.
Oh, have I deleted something? How did it go? But no, we're getting a bit confused, aren't we? Where's my but gone? Okay, let me go back. Just a moment. I'll go back then. Alt backspace. No, it doesn't go back now. Oh dear, lost it. Okay, let's just see what we've got here. Let's see what we've got. So we'll keep that one away for now. Can you? So, oh yes, you are right, Detective Sir. At the morning, when I'm going to the market. Now, what do you think about at the morning? At the morning, is that good?
In the morning.
Yeah, let's say in the morning. In the morning, when I'm going to the market, there is a young man, or there are young men. Men is plural, so there is a young man coming out of the crime scene. Now, if you're speaking about the past, don't use the present continuous, I'm going. So you're speaking about the past here, aren't you?
Yes, about the past.
So you have to use the past simple, because present simple is not good now. So when I went to the market, there was a young man. Can you do it for me? And next one, coming out of the crime scene. Okay. He told me. Now, what do you think about this line? I think this one has a little problem. Can you see a problem here?
He said to me.
He asked me is much better here. He asked me. Now, can you do that without direct speech? So he asked me. I want to. We don't always use direct speech.
He asked me if that is my pistol.
Yes. So he asked me if it was my pistol. So I took the pistol from him, touched it to see if it was mine, in order to make sure that this was my weapon. Well, we don't need that now. So I could say, I touched it to see if it was my weapon. Not which here, because when we define something, it's stronger to use that. But it was my weapon that I have. Is that good? What do you think about have?
I had.
Yes, because we're reporting, so that's good work. That I had purchased with a license to use it. As a means to defend myself. Big long sentence, isn't it? However, I live alone in my apartment. Well, okay. So that's good now.
Teacher, can I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah.
What the difference? You correct that word asked, and what the difference?
The difference between what? Sorry, say again. What is the difference between?
You correct that word called asked, and just I don't know what.
Asked. Okay, let's have a look at that word asked. So where was it? It was
when you must say asked and when you have to say told.
He told me. Well, he told me. If I change that to told me, let's try. He told me something. So I could say he told me that. Well, if it's a question, it's very difficult to use told, because you can't tell a question. So you can tell something, like a statement. He told me that it was raining. He told me that I must go now. He told me that I looked great. But if it's a question, we can use different words, not just asked. Does anyone know any words which we could use as well as asked? Here's one. He asked me, he inquired, not inquired me, so that's interesting. He inquired if that was my pistol. He asked me if that was my pistol.
Yeah, but there is no asking the mark, more like this.
Say again, there's no asked where?
The mark of question.
There's no question mark. He asked me if that was my pistol. Yes, because there's no question mark because it's reported. So a direct question would say, he asked me, what time is it? Like this.
Yeah.
Or he asked me what the time was. So in reported speech, you ask something. But in direct speech, the question has a question mark. But when we report the speech, then sometimes it steps back in tense, and it doesn't have the question form. He asked me something. What did he ask me? He asked me what the time was. So, have you any knowledge about reporting and reported speech? Arthur, do you know what I mean, reported speech? So somebody says something, I say to you, it's great today, isn't it? Or I say, it's raining, it's raining. How can you tell Bilal what I said? You can say, Leon said that it's raining, because we're speaking about the same time right now. Tomorrow, you say, Leon said that it was raining. Leon said that it was raining, and this is called reported speech.
Okay, I got it.
Maybe we can study that sometime in another lesson.
Yeah.
Would you come to a lesson if we look at some examples of this reporting?
Yeah, I will come.
Yeah, okay. So I think we'll have to leave the writing right now. We didn't get it finished, but we have to go to my next lesson. So I'll schedule a lesson about this reported speech. It's a very interesting topic. And things change because I say something to you, and then the next day when you speak about it, you have to use different words. And then the next day when you speak about it, okay, see you all now. Let's say that's the end of this one, and we'll do some more. This is a regular series about writing this way. So next time, if you come to the same one again, then you can understand what to do.
Yeah, I really got it.
Okay, see you soon. You're welcome to. I've got another lesson now. You can join that, but I need to go and start it right away.
No, I think it's too late for me. I will come tomorrow.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.